All right, Sagittarius, my Sextarians, here we go. Something crazy is bound to come in here. I don't know. August 2026 for the angle of Sagittarius, slice number 9 of my 12 slice soulmate cycle. Oh, let's see. What's the... Here we fucking go. I mentioned you toward the end of the Scorpio reading. I said I'm stalling because I'm going to have to go to the 11th dimension to go fucking pull Sagittarius. Here we go. Right? You should just, even if you don't even care, you should just tune into these just for fun. It's the devil. That's just your theme energy is the devil and the 10 of cups. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. This is unreal. Guilty pleasures, people. Guilty pleasures. That's it. That's all I got to say. Guilty pleasures. In love. Guilty pleasures right there. There it is. Right? We always want what we can't have or what we shouldn't have. I don't know if it's you somebody can't have or shouldn't have, or if you shouldn't have or can't have somebody. I don't know. Roles can be reversed. Guilty pleasures. Right. Scorpio had a bit of that. A bit of it. Not the same thing. This is very different energy. But hey, let's do it. It's a general reading. Maybe. For Sagittarius, I don't know. It's never me pulling these readings, I'll tell you what. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if you're here, let's welcome the 11th dimension who usually comes with you. You're here for a reason. It could be future influence for you. This may all, with the Sagittarius angle, I may be pulling on your next life. Okay? And for some reason, you'll retain the knowledge. I'm not even playing with you. I'm not even fucking with you. For a couple of you, that will happen. All right? You know, I have no idea. You'll name everything Steve. You'll have a turtle when you're a kid. His name was Steve. You'll have a fish when you're a child. His name was Steve. Right? You know, I mean, honestly, you're going to be a big Stevie Nicks fan. You know, I mean, it's unreal. It can happen. But this reading is also timeless in general. Besides that, beyond the next life thing. I'm not a Time Lord. Generally speaking, I'm pulling between now and, the end of August. But the energy will overspill up to about the equinox. You know, around there. All right, let's go. We ready? All right, let's pull ourselves a reading. Justice. Oh, fuck me. All right. That's the overall energy of your pyramid. We're going to clarify with the light seer because I don't have the balls to clarify. You know what I do? I got big dangling gonads today. Okay, here we go. We're going to clarify with the animal deck. So we're going to use the witches and the animal deck together. And I swear to God, this is the witches. This is justice from the light seer. I'm not even kidding. It somehow got mixed in. There it is. And it is your overall energy. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to put it right there. Because it goes in this deck right here. Unreal. Bottom of the deck, of the animal deck, the magician. There's karma here. Karma's playing a role. Along with justice from a different deck. Very rare that happens around here. 7 of Pentacles right there as well. Along with a Page of Cups. Along with a Knight of Pentacles. Oh boy. The timing is just right for you and somebody. It could be you and something. It could be you and a job or you and a whatever. I don't know. Something's just right. Something happens. And when I say something happens, I'm talking about there's a devil involved. I'm talking about you and somebody you work with get trapped in a snowstorm and you have to spend the night together in a car. I mean, I don't know. All bets are off what's happening in there, right? And for some reason, you know, I mean, I have no idea. But there's an energy attached to you that wants, hedonistic. It's not really hedonistic desire. It's wanting what it can't have or shouldn't have, okay? This is the backside of the soulmate cycle. This is what we're getting in a couple of the angles. All right? Okay. It's fine. Roles can be reversed. But this is, for most of you, it's an incoming energy. You're the good guy here. Okay? All right. So if you want to get gotten, you can get gotten. All right. It's up to you. You're getting a heads up. All right. Here's how they feel about you. Here's what they think about you. Here's a potential final outcome for you. I say potential. I cannot predict free will. I don't even know if this is in this lifetime, I'll be honest with you. But we are going to clarify with the animal deck. The animal deck and the witches, man, that is a mix right there, let me tell you. All right. 8 swords. Well, yeah. This is how they feel about you. Oh, they can't have it. But they can. Right? She can get out of that. Male or female, it's a she on the card. I don't care what your person is. Right? They can get out of that. Now, if it's a job that feels like they want you, but they shouldn't, whatever, they can have you. They feel like they can't. They could fire somebody and make it happen. You can always, hey, I've been in charge of companies enough in the past to tell you can always find room in the budget. Okay? There's always somebody who doesn't do their job very well or you don't like who can go bye-bye. It's very easy. Very easy to free up budget. Somebody, but I'm gonna assume this is lovey-dovey. I'm gonna assume this is a person. I'm gonna keep it Steve's Love Tarot, not Steve's Business Tarot. But this could be business for some of you. Okay, I won't lie to you. So take it how you want to take it. But she can get out of that. So they feel like they can't, but they can. And they might be trying to find a way. That devil energy, by the way, that we saw in the cut cards is one of those frequencies. It's actually a band of frequencies of devil energy where you find a way. It's sneaky. It's cunning. All right, what's here? Let's see where we go. Let's get this in the right spot. Yeah. Okay, somebody feels like they're your soulmate. I want you to think for a minute. I want you to think laterally, okay? I'm going to teach you a little something here about why things happen and oh my God, why did I make a big deal out of the fact that the light seer card was in the witches and how rare that is? And that ended up being your main overall energy. And then I look at it and I go, wait a second, that's not the witch's justice card. Oh, look at that. It's a light seer, right? Then pay attention to what I said there when I threw that. Somebody thinks they're your soulmate, right? They're the wrong card in the wrong deck, right? They got the wrong signal. They're reading the signal wrong. Okay? That's why that devil energy creeps in. When we do that, when we make a false assumption, a wrong assumption, we invite in the negative energies. Devil energy always needs to be invited in. I can never remember if that's a werewolf or a vampire. One of them you got to invite in or they can't come in. I don't know which one it is. I frankly don't care. I'm a little frightened that there are political candidates that are talking about, or we're talking about werewolves and vampires. But okay, whatever the case, okay, I don't care which one it is. One of them needs to be invited in. All right? When you make a false assumption about something as strong as a soul connection, and you get it wrong, you invite in all sorts of crazy town energies. Okay? Yeah, it's some crazy town here. A little bit. All right. What's here? 10 Pentacles. What did I say? That's your home. This represents your life, your home. It's a dog. It's a family. I said about inviting in. This person here is going to find a way to worm their way into your life because they think you're soulmates. You're not. Be careful. Okay? You're not. They are the wrong card in the wrong deck. They got the deck wrong. They got it wrong. They do have a soulmate, but it's not you. Now, if roles are reversed, you got it wrong. Be careful. You're inviting in a frequency band of energies that makes you very cunning. And you may end up needing bail money. You can in that fucking kind of energy. Be careful. All right? I won't say we don't have a devil here. We do. It's an overlaying energy of the whole reading. And I'm telling you which one it is. And I'm telling you there's a reason that happened. It's very rare. And I will also tell you, I didn't even spot it. When I grabbed this deck to do your reading, that was at the bottom before I cut the cards at the beginning of the reading. That was there when I put the deck down. I didn't put it together. I swear to God I didn't. And then I shuffle around and then it comes back around as your main energy of the reading. for me to take out of there, for me to notice this. So that's something very meaningful. Somebody's got it wrong. What do they think about when they think about you? How do they see you? Again, roles can be reversed here. The star. See what I'm saying? Now we're getting crazy town here. You're my density, Lorraine. Right? You're my destiny. There you go. Old Crispin Glover from Back to the Future. Crazy dude. Ace of Pentacles. You're their everything. You're the one. You're the only one they want. Right? Could be a fuck. This is the same kind of shit I'd get from a psycho stalker. And I know in my Sagittarius thing, I got a lot of popular people here. I know. It's what it is. There's something about the fire signs and the popular people and watching tarot readings is weird. But they're just all over the place. But you don't have to be. Somebody who gets this wrong invites that energy in. They'll do some weird shit. This can just come across a bit of a much. All right, what's your final outcome? Your final outcome, read with that. What did I say? Right there. Page of Pentacles. All right. It's sort of a student becomes the teacher energy here, okay? We'll see what happens when we clarify that, but the way I read it, it's more of a sideways kind of energy. I don't read reversals because everything's upright in my decks, and usually my decks are set upright, but I like that here. Be careful. This person makes you nervous. So I'll just say, yeah, you may need to inform them that we're not soulmates. That's fine. That's the surface read. This is also very nervous. It's a young person. This might be somebody in power over you. Okay? Somebody you might be afraid to say no to. Do not be afraid to say no to this person. Have I made myself clear? Okay? Do not. Do not be intimidated, especially if this person is behaving like they can just walk into your world and they're not going to take no for an answer. You know, I ordered you from God and now you're finally here. You will be mine. You know, okay, calm the fuck down there, Darth Vader, whatever, you know, Lord, whatever. You know, take it easy. No. Okay? All right. Not to sound like an after-school special, but no means no. Let's pull on your two of Cups. Let's do it. Let's see where we go. Give me the Two of Cups, which is tied, by the way, to your final outcome. All right? I'll clarify whatever needs clarifying. I think I've made my point here. You'll know who this is. They'll be glaringly obvious. You know, your psycho radar will go off a little bit. Is somebody trying a little too hard? Doesn't have to be overtly psycho. It's just somebody trying a little too hard. You know, somebody overstepping a line they shouldn't overstep. And I think because you're coming across as the weaker in this, right? Don't come at me, Steve, I can bench press 500 pounds. Okay, all right, I got it. All right, I get it. But it's not about that. I don't mean weaker that way. I mean in a weaker position. You may work for this person. I don't know. It is what it is. I have no idea. I don't know. Maybe it's just you feel like you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. You don't want to make them feel stupid. I don't really think that's a reason to go along with crazy town. That devil energy can escalate. The problem with devil energy is it's very light. It's very staticky, and it escalates very quickly. You know, it really does. It doesn't take long for it to get out of hand. You know, somebody's going batshit crazy here in the Eight Swords. And that cunning devil energy is making them realize, hey, wait, I'm not trapped. There's a way I can do this. We're soulmates. We're meant to be together. God, I ordered it from God, source, the universe. And it took a while to arrive. I mean, even me just swimming in this energy, I'm getting crazy. Okay? So watch it, man. I want out of this energy. Let's see where we go here. Two Cups. Tell me about it. It is the owl. It is the great horned owl. It is the King of Swords. Oh, my God. The King of Truth. Yeah, they believe they're right. But there's no convincing this person. Yep, there's no convincing this person. They are stuck on this. We're soulmates. That's how they feel. And that's how they feel. Anybody tells them differently, they're going to get the stink eye. Right? Okay. All right. And again, it's interesting because their perspective is unwavering. It really is. There's a King of Cups underneath that Hanged Man. All right, anyway, what's on top here? Enough fun with the environmental energy. See that one? The Ace of Pentacles? In the 3D, it's right there in the 5D too. Why is that here? Oh, shit, the death card. Again, it's another message on top of I've waited. I've waited for you for so long, Sagittarius. And now, finally, I'm here bearing my soul to you. Oh, fuck me. Okay, all right. Let's pull on the 8 swords. Unbelievable. I mean, it's saying the same thing. It says the same thing in the 5D. The crazy town and the 5D carries over into the 3D. I'm telling you, you're not soulmates with this person. And if I hadn't said that, I guarantee you they'd have convinced you they were. They'd have educated you, the student, that they were. I'm stopping that right now. For people not watching this reading that happens to, this person will convince you that you're soulmates. I believe they will. I know those frequency bands of devil energy. They're tricky. I don't think you're going to end up in the trunk of a car here. You better hope we don't get a devil out of this animal deck, though. And if we do get it, you better hope it don't land here anywhere. 8 swords crossed by 8 cups. There's no option. This person feels like if they don't, they feel like, again, 5D. They feel like if they don't try, they won't, that there's nothing else they can do. Then they're just stuck. They got to try. Right? You're some kind of mission for this person. What's on top? Queen of Cups. Why is that here? King of Cups. Oh, they feel like you guys are meant to be together. And there's the Hangman again. And their opinion will not change. They have this opinion. It feels like it's coming from a higher power to this person. It is not coming from a higher power. Well, it is. It's coming from a major arcana. But it's coming from a false assumption they've made that opened the door for a certain frequency band of devil energies to come in and then have them run with it. Right? Batshit crazy. Batshit crazy. All right. Let's pull on. Do I need that? Yeah, let's see what they want in your life. Let's see if they get in, what they feel your life is with them in it. All right. Here we go. Let's see where we're at. 9 Pentacles. They might try to break you up from somebody. They feel like they need to get somebody out of your life. Okay? They feel like they need to liberate you. You're suffocated. They feel like, what did I say? Rewind. Okay? Work with me here because this might be future influence for you. Do not dismiss this shit. When devil energies come in, and I tell you, the Sagittarius angle gets some crazy shit. It's talking to somebody. Okay? Somebody for sure. All right? What I said earlier, what I said is when this person here feels like it's coming from a higher power, feels like you're some kind of mission, those energies, they get all kinds of delusions. They think that you're stuck. They think that they need to liberate you. That dog is keeping you. All this, grandpa and the other generations living here. I'm just riffing on the energy, but you catch my drift, right? So if you're married or in a relationship, they feel like they need to liberate that. They feel like they need to break that up, do something with it. You're not going to be happy, the sun, until they liberate you from the life that you're stuck in. And they've got themselves convinced of that. When you get it wrong, something as powerful as a soulmate, and you believe that it's a gift from God, from Source, the universe. And I've waited a long time for Steve's viewer in the Sagittarius position. And it is, we are meant to be together. And they will, that devil energy, you invite that in, and it's wrong. And you invite those frequencies of devil energy in, they make you cunning. But they also convince you of all sorts of things, all sorts of stuff. Steve's viewer is not happy unless I liberate them from that golden retriever. It is that kind of stuff. It gets a little crazy town. This energy is not there yet. It won't be there in August, but it could blow up out of hand. Your secret, spoiler alert, do not be afraid to say no. I don't agree that we're soulmates. Shut it down. All right? Page of Swords and Justice. Look at that. Justice, justice. They got it wrong. They're wrong. They're spying, they're watching, they're seeing what they want to see, right? This is wrong justice. Wrong deck, wrong card. Justice coming out here. It's talking about that because this is the deck I chose to clarify with. Originally, it was that one. All right? I'm giving you the insight into the energy. They're spying. You may not know they're there. They're spying, but they're seeing the wrong thing. You know, they should be seeing, oh, it's a lovely home with a nice dog. What they're seeing is that dog is biting you, and you're not going to be happy until they liberate you from it. Okay? It's a bit of that. That's what those frequencies of devil energy do. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull on the star. No, yeah, why not? What the hell? I'm dying to get to your final outcome. I don't need that one. I get it. Waited a long time. You're the top of the pops. I get it. The star. Why is the star here? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It's the false belief they have that God sourced. All of these major arcana cards don't matter. The only one that matters, the only one that's right, is the devil. From the very, very beginning. I felt that. None of these matter. This person believes. You can believe that God sourced the universe, sent you something all you want, but if it didn't, it didn't. Right? And that invites in devil energy, which negative energy, we can call it that. Fine. But I prefer to use the angel classification and the devil classification. I think it has more impact here on the tarot channel. But whatever. It invites in all sorts of negative energy. You go crazy town, right? You've seen it happen. You've seen people go crazy town, believing God telling them to do things. It's happened a million times, all right? Well, this is kind of that. On some level, it's milder. It revolves more around someone spying and seeing what they want to see. You know, that invites the energy in, which spirals more, and it snowballs. Why is the star here? See that? It's that. Page of Pentacles. It feels bigger to this person because you're small in comparison to them. I don't know what that means. It might mean you're 4'11". I don't think so. I think it's bigger than that. Okay? You might be a big age difference. They might be above you. I don't know. At work, I have no idea. Okay? What's on top? Temperance, more major arcana, and the Eight of Wands. They're moving forward with a message that they believe is true. It's not true. It is not true. It is the wrong justice card in the wrong deck. It is not true. They probably do have a soulmate. That is very powerful. And if they aligned with that devil energy wouldn't be able to get in because it would be true. When devil energy gets in, it means it's not right in a lot of cases. Right? It means they're wrong. Okay, let's go. Final outcome, Page of Pentacles. Let's do it. Let's find out why it's here. So how do you know who this is? I mean, why is this your August forecast? Because somebody's going to try to apply some manipulation to you. Somebody's going to try to interfere with your life in some capacity. They're going to try to liberate you from something or someone that they think is hurting you. This could be somebody trying to get you fired, trying to get you divorced, trying to get you broken up, I don't know, who knows? You know, whatever the case, heads up. They're going to try to strong-arm you, and I think most people, if you're not getting this reading, you'd fall for it. I think this person does have some kind of power over you. It's okay to say no. What's your final outcome here? What is it? Tell me about it. It's crossed by the Hierophant. Wow. These are big cards. You're the one who's got, it's what I said. On the surface, you're the one who's got to educate them. You're the guru here. All right? You are. On the one level, that's just the surface read. On the underneath read, as far as who this person is, this is you, the Page of Pentacles. What's crossing you is this person. This might be this is somebody you admire. Maybe. This is like a clergy kind of a thing. I'm not saying it's actual clergy, but you know what I mean, right? Somebody you admire. So you might believe this person when they say you're soulmates. You might. But take a look around. Take a look at their actions. They say you're soulmates, but why are they trying to kill your dog? Right? You know what I'm saying? Just metaphorically speaking, you got to catch my drift here. Right? Pay attention. Keep your scanners peeled. Don't fall. It's what I wrote about a little bit in my August write-up. Right? Don't assume because somebody wearing a white coat that they're a good, that they know what they're talking about. It's like anything else. It requires skill. You're either good at it or you're not, but you can still be it. Just like there are better mechanics than others, right? Or there are better black belts than others, right? You can get a black belt, just pass a test. You can go take karate lessons, get your black belt, and you just pass the test and you get your black belt. Doesn't mean you're a good fighter. A good fighter is skillful. They can anticipate their opponent's moves. They're chess players, right? You know, most people aren't. Most people are barely checker players. So don't worry about it. My point is, this person has you have some kind of delusion of your own about this person because of who they are. Ooh, like that. They've got a uniform or a white coat. Ooh, you know, doesn't mean anything. Listen to them, right? Don't get snowed by the white coat, you know. Be wowed by the knowledge. How about that? There you go. Knight of Cups and the Empress and the bridging energy is the Eight of Pentacles. It's basically everything I said. You know, you're ignoring all the stuff that's going on around it, right? Ignoring all the stuff that's going on around it because of that. Because of the awe around this person, because of who this person is, right? You know, I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. It is what it is. Somebody here is making an approach, and they're flattering you. They're telling you everything you want to hear. They're touching certain emotions. It is not a soulmate. And all you have to do to prove that is take a look at the actions around them. Stop getting snowed by the fact that they're the Hierophant and take a look at the actions that they're doing. You'll see that a lot of it is fairly negative. That they're trying to remove things from your life that you like. It's the wrong kind of justice for you. People, a lot of times, especially people in power, are great at being their own PR agencies. You know, that kind of a thing. All right? Be careful about falling for the myth. All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.